at City Hall to demand an independent investigation into the fatal police shooting of a 13-year-old boy. Police say an officer investigating an armed robbery report shot Tyree King when he pulled a BB gun as he was running away. Frank Sedapani, CBS News.
First, Gary from accounting came in with the sniffles. Just a cold, he said, but it was not a cold. Then Janet breaks out in a heavy sweat. It's the flu. Then round and round the office it goes. But when it's your turn, well, it's not going to be your turn because you got your flu shot at Rite Aid, where they care about you and your health. So while they're waiting for the coughing, sore throat, aching flu to pass, you can go to the big game. Score! Shield yourself with a flu shot from Rite Aid before it's too late. No appointments necessary, and it's free with most insurance. Rite Aid. With us, it's personal. Flu vaccines available while supplies last. Age restrictions apply in some states. See pharmacy for details.
I've been teaching organic chemistry for the last 17 years, so I'm pretty good with complex calculations. But when I started thinking about my retirement, I was pretty stumped. Luckily, I have TIAA as my financial partner. Together, we retrosynthetically analyzed my financial future, which is organic chem speak for we figured it out.
Your personal success takes a financial partner who values it as much as you do. Learn more at TIAA.org.
And welcome to another great edition of Younger Life. I'm Rick Federici.
And I'm Mary Anthony.
All right, Mary Anthony.
I missed you.
I miss you.
Yeah.
How are you?
Oh, good. I was listening to you guys on my drive-in. You guys had a busy weekend again.
Always busy. And
I know,
I don't know if
always
you
busy.
heard, but I skillfully mixed a little Hollywood swinging into Brick House to get people flowing.
Well, I was laughing about picturing Sanders on the elephant and pulling the elephant's tail and running around.
That's our boy.
The circus. I thought you guys are nuts.
Well, we're going to have some of our great folks from Younger Life Live on our team, including Sanders and his family, go to the circus here locally.
Yeah.
And we're trying to get him on an elephant with
That
his
would be
kids
really
and
cool.
just be, a little bit crazy. So a little AM 1420 WYMS Talk of the South Shore. So are you doing good?
Yeah, good. We had a good weekend. Busy too. It's always
Really?
busy. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to let you know that we have two phenomenal ladies here in studio.
I know we were having fun even before.
Yeah. We have
Before
all
our
kinds
music.
of cameras here at Younger Life Live. They don't know. So they're like, so you ladies, one of the questions was, so when are we going to actually be doing this stuff? When are we going to be actually having that? You know what I'm saying? When are we going to actually be getting down there? I'm like, we're here for 54 minutes, right?
Yes.
54 minutes.
That's it.
Big round of applause. Thank you, Sanders.
54 minutes of
Sanders
lots
is
of fun.
like, cannot hear you.
Yeah.
Because I was being spasmoid and I was like using my hands.
You were dancing, jamming
Just
out.
want to let you know.
There's my back scratcher.
Oh, nice.
It's always close.
Ooh, you're so
just in
cute.
case. That's why we don't let him have it. He ends up freaking out the guests. I'm kidding.
She's like, what a creep. You know,
No,
her husband's like, okay,
never.
Federici's loose. But when I'm with these two ladies, something happens to me.
I love it. I love it.
You know I'm weird.
I love you for that.
Thank you.
I'm a bit of a weirdo myself, so I like it.
This is what's great about this show. We have such a great time. Thank you, LaPorte Hospital, for being a great local sponsor. But Mary Anthony and Sanders help on this. Mary helps coordinate our guests. Isn't she wonderful? Mary Anthony.
It's wonderful.
Mary
Yeah,
Anthony.
awesome. And she's pretty.
Thank you. I am surrounded by beauty today. And I think Mary Anthony would be a good presidential candidate, don't you?
Oh,
absolutely
no.
would. Yeah, she would.
I don't think so at
I
all.
vote for Prez. I feel
But
like.
Look at this.
I think that a lot of us would vote for anyone
Other than the two?
Other than the two. I know that's terrible to say, so
No,
we
it's
won't
not.
get
It's
into
just
that.
I can't wait to watch the debates, plural.
Yeah.
So in America we go. We have a great show called Younger Life Live. And today we've got a great show lined up. Let's talk about it a little
We
bit.
do. Well, we're kind of, we're always looking at different ways to stay healthy, younger longer, feel younger longer. And you guys, are with the chamber and the Doolin Chamber, and there's so many, you guys do a lot of cool events. So we really wanted to get you in and kind of talk about some upcoming events. And you guys always have so much going on. I mean, it's very true. But they're all a good spin on, just getting a good, well-rounded life. And I think that's important too. The fun has to be in there, but it's not just about physical health. It's about mental health and good relationships and, keeping that brain sharp. And that's kind of what brought you here today.
Why don't you guys introduce yourself?
Yes, please.
Tell everybody who you are.
Hi, I am Beth Longsport. I am the marketing director at the Doolin Chamber.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Marinangeli. I'm the member. What am I? Look at my name tag. Member engagement director. Hey.
There we go.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen. Who came up with that, Maura?
No, that was Jennifer.
Wow. So what is your gig, Jennifer, if you don't mind me asking? What do you do in your position?
Well, most of what I do is get new members, get people to sign up, come in, and take advantage of all the things that we offer. And then I work on sponsorships, too, for all of our events.
Beth, your job entails what?
I am in charge of all the marketing. I do the event planning. I manage our social media, our website, do any kind of graphic design that we need done, and be a part of the team.
How long have you guys been with the Doolin Chamber then? How long have you been doing this?
I've been there just a little over 2 years.
Oh, wow.
I have been here for 6 months.
Oh, that's awesome too. I think that's a couple different times when we've interviewed lots of people. I think it's nice to have a fresh outlook. I think that's important in something that's constantly evolving like this. So it's important.
I've said this to you ladies on the record while hosting seminars for the Doolin Chamber. I am a Doolin Chamber member, and Mary and I have talked about this online and offline. What I love about the tie-in to Younger Life is that you ladies have that youthful approach, and your team of professionals in all the events you do, in the way that you incorporate it into your partnerships, and in the way that you have great things going. For example, you and I were chatting about the European spa the other day, and the spa market, and stuff like that. The European market is just so incredible. How many people are out there? That's going through October.
Wow, yeah.
What would you say on an average?
Oh, on average, I think we have like about 80 to 90 vendors.
Every week.
Every week, and 1,500 people visit, I think, every Saturday. So yeah, it's people really enjoy it, and we have a lot of community events. Like last Saturday was Frontline Foundation's Hooked on Art, and so just that together, the festivals and then the market, it's really cool community building and spending time together. It's really nice.
That's definitely important. You say the community building.
Yeah.
I mean, we've done a couple shows on keeping our communities unified, and that is such a key part, I think, of making people feel like they're part of this bigger picture, and it really does help with that, I think. So I think that's brilliant. I didn't realize there were that many vendors there.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah, it's huge.
Wow.
It's hard to see everything in one day, and there's
Yes.
something for everybody, so that makes
How
it really
much
nice.
longer does that run through the European market?
That goes until October 29th, I believe, the last Saturday in October.
Wow.
And it's going to be a pumpkin palooza. It's like a Halloween themed one.
So fun.
Oh,
That's
so fun. And you can bring your kids dressed up. There's a kids Halloween costume contest, but you can also bring your dogs dressed up,
that's
which
my-
is
my-
really
Where's yours,
fun.
kid? You have the kids
I have
and
the kids
the dogs.
and the dogs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have 2 little weenie dogs that are like,
that'd be so cute.
What
all
are their
dressed
names?
up.
Come on.
well, we have Finley Dash and Clarabelle. That's
Is
their-
that the
I
cutest?
love it.
Her and her
They're
husband, those
awesome.
kids, they're so cute.
Yeah,
They're
those
such a
are our
cute couple.
dogs, and we have 5 kids too, so we can definitely.
So
we
you'll
love
be a
that
shoe
stuff.
in. You'll definitely win with something.
They can win as a team.
You know what's funny is I always try to force them into a theme. Halloween time. Like,
Yeah.
there's 5 of you. Let's do something really cool, and they don't want to.
No.
They reject me every year about it. They just shoot me down. But my oldest is 16, so that she's really not
Oh,
into
yeah.
that.
Wow, yeah.
And my youngest is 4, so they span in that. And even my little ones, I let's do like Buzz and Woody or something fun. My 2 little boys, and they're like, no.
No.
They
Love
want
you, Mom.
to pick.
No.
They want to pick. Great idea, but no. Maybe next year. That's they always tell me. I've yet to be able to do that, but that would be fun.
I'll tell you, tying in the younger side, the approach when we're at the market and I'm out there doing a live broadcast is how many people can Rick Federici get through in the 2 hours, or in some cases 3 hours that we're out there broadcasting, and literally they're all challenges on.
Yep.
So I'm like this, and I don't take a break.
I bet you
So
don't.
let's go.
And you're like probably all sweaty by the end of it.
Oh. But it's funny
But you're
because
gonna beat that.
Dancing.
I did
Yeah.
totally
Yes.
going nuts. I'm digital wireless. So if I don't have anybody with me, like a producer on site, I'll be doing it, but I'll be like this, and we're talking to them as I'm talking. I'm taking pictures and posting.
on Facebook.
Oh my goodness.
They know that.
That's
Yeah, come
crazy.
on.
And I have to tell
You're
you,
good.
our vendors love it. Our vendors love it when you come out. They just, they're on the radio, and I mean,
It's
we
fun.
really appreciate that. Yeah.
Definitely
So
adds
I
a
think
different-
next year, or maybe before the end of the year, maybe you and I could.
Oh, I think that would be fun.
You and I can get crazy.
I think that would be a really good time. Can you tell us a little bit about what the chamber does in general? I mean, obviously this is just one event, the European market that we're talking about, but can you kind of tell us what they do and what towns are included in that in the
Sure,
main chamber?
absolutely. We represent 5 communities. Okay, I have to count on my fingers. Okay, Chesterton, Porter, Dunes Acres, Burns Harbor, and Beverly Shores are our communities.
Woo-hoo!
We also have a handful of members in Michigan City and a handful of members in Valparaiso and basically and Portage. We basically were a resource for them. We have marketing opportunities, networking opportunities. We like to connect businesses and see how, we can connect the right people to help each other out. We're all about growing business in the communities. We also focus a lot on issues in advocacy, and we partner with the Doolin School Corporation, and we're heavily involved in economic development. The president, Maura Durham, is. So really, we're all about building the community and the area and business, large and small.
It's fantastic. I wasn't sure which towns were included. That's great.
Yeah.
One of
really
the
neat.
one of the neat things that the chamber does throughout the year, obviously, are things, whether it's the 4th of July festivities on the water. But it's so neat to see folks. We brought my mother this past year, my wife and myself, and we stopped at one of our great partners, Running Vines, and kind of stopped there and bonded with people and interviewed them, and then went on to what my mother to this day pens as she cannot wait for this year, the hallmark event of the year. And I say that with the utmost respect. You're in this park, and it's beautiful during the Christmas holiday. And it's just
hometown
so
holiday.
beautiful.
Yeah.
It's the holiday parade and stuff. But the backdrop, Mary, is just so beautiful. The people. Am I right on that?
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, I love that event. And I have to give credit to our parks department. Bruce Mathias is really dedicated to keeping that park looking beautiful. And when we say we're going to have an event, he gets out there with his crew, and they just make it. He puts out all the lights. He sets up the Christmas tree for the Christmas tree lighting. And yeah, I love that event.
Oh, that's really neat. And that's a good point. I wanted to ask, you guys always have all of these events going, and it seems like it's continuously growing and growing and growing. One, I'd like to know, do you guys have what's the secret to the success of all of these events, and what's your favorite event? Do you have a favorite annual?
Look at that.
I think the secret is you kind of do the events and you look back and ask people and study and kind of figure out what can we do to make it better? How can we reach more people? How can we make it more fun? And just be that added value to the chamber members and to the community. So my favorite, I really like the Doolin Dash and Dine. I like all the challenges that we do and seeing people get all crazy and having a great time. And then the food and the vendors that we visited have been really awesome. So
Yeah, I agree. I think part of our success is also the teamwork that we have at the chamber. We are always trying to think of new ideas and freshen things up, and we're really great. Like, we have these brainstorming sessions where we all get together for like an hour, just throw out the craziest ideas, and then we scale it back. But I think we all like working with each other, and I think that helps too.
That's huge.
Yeah. So my favorite event, it's really hard to pick because I really like our community events, which, like the fireworks you mentioned, and now we have Corkscrew and Brew and Hometown Holiday and Trick or Treat. But I'm gonna have to say Doomland Dash and Dine too.
Really?
That is the one event that I just said I was like, I really wish I could just like be a participant and not have to like be organizing, because it's like Amazing Race style, where you get all these, you know, people in business that do these crazy funny challenges, and then you go have like a really nice dinner. We went to Shady Creek Winery.
Beautiful.
And had dinner and wine at the end. An epic limo drives everyone around. It's just like so much
That's
fun.
what they like. They like that limo, Mary.
So,
I have to
well,
say.
That's the best part. Well, we don't get to ride in the limo,
Yeah.
but that's why we want to be participants, because I think that would make it
Yeah.
even more fun.
So this
Rock on.
specific event, is it just once a year?
This year we did it twice. I think next year we're only going to do it once. But it was new this year, and we were kind of worried, like, are they going to like get into it? Because it's competitive, and we're asking them to do kind of silly
Crazy
things.
stuff.
Yeah.
And you would be surprised. Everyone gets super competitive and
Yeah.
into it. Even the
That's
people
us.
you'd be like,
Oh, so
no
us.
way. Yeah, you guys should come next time.
Well, that would be
It's
fun. That's
awesome.
what,
Yeah.
you say Amazing Race. I may not be very good, but I am a bit competitive.
Yeah.
So
you
I
guys come
love
next
that,
time.
and I think that is so much fun. That kind of theme in general is such a great time. So is that open to the public?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of your events are.
Yeah, I can't
Are-
think of any events that aren't open to the public. Yeah.
Not-
Yeah,
not
you don't have
members.
to be a member. You can
Yeah.
just, come, sign up,
Yeah.
come, be part
Well,
of
that
it.
is really cool.
I think
Yeah.
that they have a great spin on life too. When each and every year I'm honored to help with their award ceremonies, Mary, and it's really cool to see that they announce it and it sells out immediately. And it's great people, like for example, they hosted with Ed Kiss the last couple of years.
yeah, he did a great
Spa
job.
Special Event Center, absolutely drop dead gorgeous, and a picturesque background. He took an old building, an old tradition, and brought it back to life, where you can have weddings, events, and parties, but you pack it with people. It's a good vibe. And I think what I like about this is that it may be competitive on a fun note. Truly everybody in the room is there to help each other. It's kind of like that motto
Yeah.
of where I always preach from the radio side of my career is, keep the dollars local, keep everything flowing, support live and local, support your partners. Everybody helps each other. It doesn't matter how big or how small, but all of us in this room, we all win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we actually had a couple people that came up to us and they were like, oh, I just met so-and-so and they're going to donate something for our event. And like, it's like networking, but it takes down the barriers and people really relax and open up. And it's really different, and people get to know each other on a deeper level, I feel like.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Rick's right then. Everybody wins out of that. I love
Yeah,
that.
heck
I know
yeah.
an event you guys had, or at least a seminar you guys have already had and going to be doing again. There's one called Train Your Brain for Success. What a cool idea. I know you can't give too much away, but I'm really curious to know, one, how did you guys initiate this the first time around? How did this come about? How did you even learn about such a seminar? I know we're gonna try to in a few minutes dial in the gentleman that holds the seminar. But how did you guys learn about it the first time around? And
Well, actually, Rob contacted us probably like over a year ago. And at that time, we were having the Disney Institute come into town. And so we decided mutually, we're like, probably not this year. Let's do it next year. So March of this year, we had him come to our luncheon. And he gave a small little portion of his program. And I was blown away by it. First of all, I got so much out of it personally, but then the way that our members reacted, and they're all taking down notes. A lot of them approached him afterwards to buy the book, Train Your Brain for Success, or have him come back and talk to their staff.
Wow.
And it went so well. I was like, I went into Maura's office right after the lunch, and I will never forget. I was like, Maura, we got to bring him back to do the whole program, because I think this is a real valuable thing to offer to our members.
Yeah.
So that's how that happened.
I think that's so neat. I think that this is just a really cool concept. So I obviously know we're not going to want to give everything away, but we're going to try to get him up and find out. So you're having another one, right? You're
Yes.
going to be having an actual seminar. Can you tell us when that is? And if
Thursday.
Hello, this is Rob.
From
Okay.
10 till 2
Okay.
at Sand Creek Country Club. And if you want to buy a ticket, you can call us at 219-926-5513. And we'll get you signed up for it. We have a couple seats left. We're going to have a great lunch. It's going to be a really fun time. Lots of connections and energy. So, yeah,
That's really
give us
neat.
a call.
We're all about the ladies and their energies. You're listening to and viewing Younger Life Live. Rick Federici, Mary Anthony, and the crew. It's absolutely great. If you want some more information, you can send us off an email to rick@wimsradio.com. And of course, we do this Monday through Friday, 9 to 10, and it's brought to you by LaPorte Hospital. We thank our great crew from the Duneland Chamber and our executive producer of the guests and stuff, of course, Mary Anthony. Sanders is the man. Sanders, we got him up. We got Rob here. Or?
I think so.
Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. We're going to pull him up in a second. While we're doing that, if you guys wouldn't mind expanding a little bit too, now we've got a lot of big events coming up. I know that we've got some big chamber events coming up in October, which you and I have talked about many times before. I also got a text asking about Corkscrew and Brew and stuff like that. So there's a lot of cool things going on. Let's chat a little bit about some of the things upcoming, if you guys wouldn't mind.
Okay, we are actually having a big membership drive in October, and we have hired a consultant, Jay Handler of Membership 180, to come in and kind of help us do that. That's going to be at the beginning of October at the Hilton Garden Inn, and that's going to be a really fun. It's like superhero theme, which I know, and I thought I was like, is everyone going to think this is super cheesy? Everyone I told, they already had their superhero. They were like, I am Wonder Woman, or they're like, I already have a costume.
That's even funnier to me.
It's because of their home life.
I know. It's what I'm saying.
Keeping him younger longer.
That's it.
So that's going to be really fun. Of course, we have our big trick or treat downtown, which I love that event because, gosh, I think we had 1,500 kids last year. And it's where they go around downtown Chesterton to the businesses and trick or treat.
That's nice.
And it's so fun because they come around into our parking lot, so we get to see all the costumes. And it's just, I love that. I just love seeing all the little
It's so
kids all
fun.
dressed up. Yeah. So,
And big kids too, I'm sure.
and
We
big
get that
kids too. Absolutely. Oh, yeah.
too. I'm sure
We have
you
a
get
lot of
that
those.
too.
Yeah, we do have a lot of those. And then, October 20th is our Sunrise Seminar. We've changed the date. It's going to be Chuck Parkinson, a lawyer in town, is going to give a presentation on the new overtime law. So that should be really valuable for our members, and that's free to come to. That's going to be at the Porter County Community Foundation. If you want to come, give us a call, 926-5513. You don't have to be a member. Gosh, what else?
It's free, and it's at 9 o'clock, 9 to 10:30, right?
Yes, 9 to 10:30.
We have Chamber Network Night
yeah.
that we're doing in conjunction with Hobart.
Wait a minute.
What is that?
I was hold on. I got a ding from someone saying that you've got some pals listening to you right now from other chambers. You guys want to say hi to them?
Hey,
Who are-
shout out to Nancy and Lisa from the Portage and Hobart Chambers. They
Jess.
we are all, I should have mentioned this. We are all partnering with this on this event. And I have to say, I love these ladies. We just met on Friday.
We had a great
We
time.
just
Oh,
were
I'm sure you
laughing
did.
and laughing. They are awesome. Yeah. We were just having such a good time, and we're all so excited for this event. And it's been a really great partnership. And I hope we can partner with them on more things because they are just awesome. We really love them.
Okay, so Mary Anthony and I are going to throw this out there to you two ladies. We could get them back in. So let's get them in here for another rendition of Younger Life.
Oh yeah, that'd be
You know?
awesome.
Yeah.
And
Talk
I
about
think
what
this
we're
would
gonna
be
do
good.
for next year. That'd be great.
All right. One of the other things I just had someone say, I want to go, you guys to go around the room, starting with Mary Anthony. Who would you be if you were a superhero? These guys are crazy.
Oh my god.
I know that's hard.
I love Wonder Woman.
Okay, I can see you. You
want to be
actually
Wonder
look
Woman.
like
You would, yes.
Yes.
I
You
like
look
that.
like Linda Carter.
Wonder Woman.
That would be a fun one.
I love that show.
I think Wonder Woman would be my choice, but since you chose that, I'll be Catwoman because I like to be a little
Oh
bit
my
soft,
God! Yeah.
little sneaky, little stealthy.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
And Beth, who would you be? Come on.
I would probably be a villain too. I think I would be Harley Quinn.
Wow.
We're in the villain chamber. A couple
What about you, Rick?
All right.
I'm dying to hear about Rick.
Yeah, what's your
Who are you going to be? Let's see.
I think I could actually pass off to either be Spider-Man,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
you know, rare, you know, that cute little, you know, thing with the little gut going. He says, "Come here, little cutie," or I could see Ricky being Robin.
Yes.
I don't want to be Batman, but Robin was kind of a good-looking young man.
Yeah.
You know?
What about Mike Sanders?
Sanders, get in here
Who
real
would you
quick.
be?
Come here.
I want to know what his superpower
We're gonna ask Rob when we pull Rob up.
Yeah.
Sanders, go over here, dude.
We'll really throw him
Come on in. Come on over. Come on. Everybody, big round of applause for Sanders. All right, if you were a superhero, who would you be, Stud?
Green Lantern, man.
That's
right.
That is so cool.
Come on, draw stuff with my ring.
Yeah.
That's it. Look, it's a poodle. It's gonna get you.
I love you.
Funny.
You have 3 young boys.
Yes.
And what are they into? Are they into because they're very athletic and they got a great mom and dad. They do sports. You guys do a lot of cool family stuff together. What do they like these days? Like that kind of stuff. Are they into
Robin and Batman.
Really?
Yeah. They want to be Robin because they watch Teen Titans Go.
Oh,
They live for this show. That's their Bible now. So
Okay.
so they want to flip around and do stuff like Robin because he seems realistic. You know, so that's why they do the gymnastics and all that. So
Yeah.
I could see myself also being the $6 million man.
Oh, Steve Austin! I can see you with that. Yeah.
How fun.
When I was a little boy and that stuff would come on and he like jumped the fence, then he got hurt and they put him back together. It's like, and I have the $6 million man and Evil Knievel dolls and G.I. Joe.
Evil
still.
Knievel dolls.
Evil
Yeah.
You can't say
Kung Fu
dolls.
grip. That's right. Oh yeah, come on!
They love the superhero idea.
Yes.
See? It is fun. That's something
Yeah.
that's fun for everyone.
I think so.
How fun.
I think so.
People fired up.
We're all getting shoved into lockers later on. I know this.
So is Rob listening right now?
I think Rob is listening. We can give him a shot.
Okay, well, are we
get
going to pull it? Can we pull it up from
Let's,
here?
let's see what happens.
Come on, you come on over here and help me out on this one. Younger Life Live brought to you today by the LaPorte Hospital. He's got to think we're totally crazy. Rob, are you here, buddy?
Oh, yes. I'm a little freaked out.
Give a round of applause for Rob.
I can't wait to get shoved in a locker later as well.
That is so.
First of all, the question of the hour is, what superhero would you be?
So, Iron Man is the short answer.
That's one of my kids'
Very
favorites.
fitting.
So Roger, who I'll talk about in a second, one of my best friends, colleague, owner of our company, just asked me the same question like a month and a half ago.
Oh, really?
Wow.
He's like, all right, are you more of like an Incredible Hulk guy or an Iron Man guy? And I'm like, totally Iron Man.
Yeah.
Because I'm snarky as you know what. I'm smart.
Yeah, you are.
And I like to think that the ladies like me. That's all.
Whoa.
Oh, no, he didn't.
I love to love you, baby.
Oh, that's funny.
My facial hair isn't as cool. I have like 7 hairs on my left side of my mustache
Yeah.
and 6 on my right. But other than that,
You can always draw that on.
That's right.
yeah.
That is
Full on Iron
fantastic.
Man.
See, we got a nice picture of Rob right there. See, Rob, I'm the same kind of guy. It's like, you know, I have like that 4 or 5 years. My wife goes, all right, that's great, Rick. That's enough. I said, listen, when I die, get the young stud with the chest. You could have it all.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
My wife, by the way, in 2 weeks, my wife can officially trade me in for 2 20-year-olds.
Okay. Wow.
Gosh, who knew?
Oh, wow.
Who knew?
Oh, how awesome. So can you tell us a little bit about this seminar?
Oh, I would love to. We're going to have a blast.
Yeah.
So we're going to do, I've been making the rounds in Northern Indiana. I've been doing a couple of intro programs, just kind of giving people a bit of a taste and teaser for what this Train Your Brain for Success program is all about. Fundamentally, what we tell people is this program, it's all about learning and understanding how you can literally, I know most people don't even know this, you can retrain your brain. You can literally train your own brain in order to be more successful in everything that you do. The way you do that is by paying a little bit better of attention to and managing your mind and your thoughts, which ultimately leads to a managing your actions in a way that'll just help you be more successful in everything that you do. So with this seminar, I think we got about a half-day session, a 4-hour session set up where we're going to really get into and teach people some of the basic fundamentals on how to start training your own brain. So things like how do you start your day? What are you thinking about? What are you focusing on? Where are you spending your mental energy in a way that will just set you up for success all day, not only today, but on an ongoing, consistent basis as well.
How cool, Rob.
Are you an early morning riser, Rob? I'm just curious.
Sometimes.
Okay. Good answer.
That's fair.
No, it's yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna say there's yeah, man. The only time I'm up at 5:30 is when my clients on the East Coast forget that I'm in Central Time and text me. Hey, gotta do this. I'm like, Julie, come on. It's like 5:30 here. No, some days it depends. Some days I'm up super early. Other days I, wait for my kids to run and jump in bed with me at 7:00 and have, start my day that way. But not to sound corny, my day always starts before I physically, before my feet hit the floor. My day has already started though. And that's some of the stuff that we talk about in the program is like, how do I start? What's my self-talk? What do I say to myself? How do I get myself kind of fired up? How do I create a list of wins before I'm even awake and at it, so to speak?
It's so fascinating to me, Rob. It really is. I'm curious, how did you learn this? How did this idea, come to you, and then you share it with other people?
Yep. So I was full on resistant to the concept of affirmations and it's going to be a great day. I'm like, oh my God, how corny. Are you kidding me? Can I get some wine with that cheese?
Yeah. So, you're talking to the winos.
Yeah. Like that was, when I started doing this 6 years ago, I thought I was the man, right? It's talking about being Iron Man. Like I full on thought I was the man, and I don't need any of this. I'm really positive, and I found out I was just really positive at being negative sometimes. But I fundamentally learned that I'm a product of the product. Everything that I have the privilege of sharing with folks on Thursday is stuff that I learned through my journey of being a professional speaker and kind of. Preaching personal development really doesn't make it sound any better, but really sharing the message of improving yourself and the impact that has on your life and everyone around you. So, I learned about it from Roger, where he's like, so how do you start your day? I'm like, well, I wake up and I go take a leak and get dressed. Like, what do you mean? He's like, no. So, reading some books, it's a concept that comes up over and over. And when you hear about, if you really listen to what really successful people do, it becomes very evident that there's a common thread or common denominator, and it's the little intangibles. It's the things like getting over the self-talk this is really corny, and saying, holy cow, this works. And it really culminated in the reason Roger and I had that conversation of what superhero are you is not to toot my own horn, but I shattered a personal sales record in Q2.
Oh, wow.
And it really, thank you. All right, I wasn't asking for it, but I'll definitely take it. And it's funny, people ask me like, how'd you do that? And it literally every single day before, sometimes before my eyes would wake up, it started with how I talk to myself. And it's going to be a great day. I'm a money magnet. I have no emotional attachment to money. It's time to make the donuts. And I repeated that every single day. And it's funny because I get to you get to that 2:00 lull in the day.
Sure.
Like after lunch, you're like, oh my God, how much time is left? And then I would literally I had a picture of the Dunkin' Donuts dude from the late 80s, early 90s getting up going, it's time to make the donut. And it was like a mantra that I had in my head. It's time to make the donuts. It's time to make the donuts. And sure enough, all of a sudden I got a phone in my hand and I'm having one of the best calls of my day at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, which anybody who does any business over the phone at all knows that's usually the least productive time of the day because people are all checked out,
Yeah.
Sure.
But anyway, I'm babbling to a certain degree at this point, but fundamentally I learned all about this stuff just by doing it. I'm a full-on product of the product.
Can I
That's
ask,
really
as a father, you have children. If you don't mind me asking, how many children do you have?
We found out that we make them 2 at a time. So we have twins.
Good.
Yeah, we have 2.
Gosh.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's so exciting.
As a dad, does this stuff kind of, because I'm sure a lot of people out there, business professionals, moms and dads, people that are going to be coming to see you, a lot of them have children. Does that kind of shift into your life as a father as well, a husband, stuff like that?
Only every single day.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's I tell this story sometimes. It's what I do with my kids every day. It's going to be and they're like, great day. And a couple of years ago when we started, they turned 7 next month. So, we've been doing this for a couple of years. We've been doing this for about 2 years now. And, they're 5 years old. So I'm like, it's going to be, and they're like, yeah, we know, Dad, a great day. They're gonna, but now it's funny. This morning, my daughter jumps into bed and I'm like, hey, it's going to be a great day, Dad. It's going to be an awesome day.
Aww.
And it's really, I travel a fair amount for my job. So I'm not home every morning to do that. And a couple of years ago, my wife would, I'd check in with my wife. I'm like, how's it going? She's like, oh, kids are a little rough today. Kind of give me a hard time. I'm like, yeah, did you do the thing? Did you do the, it's gonna be a great day? She's like, no, I didn't. I'm like, how about that? So you're saying no? Yeah. So anyway, but it's all, we talk a lot about, it's actually one of the things we're going to talk about in the program on Thursday is, when I talk about managing your mind and your thoughts, and it also talks about managing your language and the words that you use. And ultimately, this has been the biggest piece of parental advice I ever got, or the most valuable thing is how you talk to your kids and using positively charged words. Instead of saying don't do this, don't do that. Fundamentally, kids, their brains don't understand no, can't, shouldn't, won't, stop. They understand no derivative of no. So when you're screaming at them, don't run in the street, don't run in the street, all their brain hears is run in the street, run in the street.
Yes.
Because I mean, they're just, it's kind of what part of the brain is running the show. And so once I really learned that and started to embrace and use that, it's amazing. It's like a Jedi mind trick. It's like how you talk to your kids. They're all of a sudden there's no more crayon on the walls and nobody's running in the street and we're all having a great time. So awesome. Yeah, Rick, to answer your question, this is the kind of stuff that totally kind of drifts into other, drifts isn't the right word, but it's the only way I can come up with right now. It has an impact across so many different aspects of your life. It makes parenting and leadership and being a great colleague and you name it.
It's so exciting. I'm dying to know, what's the reaction from the participants?
When
when they're done, when you're done with a seminar, when you're done with the talk. I mean, I imagine, like myself, when I just, I read the flyer, we talked about it a little bit. I talked to Beth about it. What happens, you come into it not really knowing what to expect. So what is the response from the participants?
He hooks them in at the very, very
beginning
and gets them to participate and be involved and write stuff down. So I think that's the key is just
I bet they leave mesmerized.
Absolutely. And energized big time.
Yeah, motivated,
Stop it, but keep going.
I'm just curious. What is the typical reaction? Is that, what you get out of people? Do they leave thinking, wow, that's not what I expected. That's so much more, really,
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, there's a bunch of reactions I hear from people. Number one, I'll tell you the biggest piece of feedback I get from people is this was awesome. I'll be blunt. People, they get a ton out of the program. The reason they do, and this is not me tooting my own horn, this is just what people have been kind enough to share is, Rob, a lot of what you shared today, I've heard before in some capacity, but I don't know how you did it. For some odd reason, how you related it to what we do totally made sense. And, the stuff I've been hearing about for years, now I have a clear understanding of why it's important and, more importantly, how to do it to make it work for me.
Heck yeah, I think you give good examples of how to apply it to your everyday life, so it's practical, and then people feel like they can do it.
Yeah, that's the goal, right? Because it's you guys have probably all been to some seminar where you get there, you get to the end, you're like, oh man, this was awesome, and then this is great, I can't wait to change my life and everyone around me, and then all of a sudden, like, the phone rings and you're squirrel, and it's just over, right? 5 minutes, 5 days later, you're like, I heard this guy talk, Saporinsky, what the heck was his name? Like, you just forget everything about it. So that's one of the things that we'll definitely talk about doing is, okay, today's been great, and how do we take today and make it last? Because that's the big challenge for people, and that's a lot of what's going on in their brain. That's one of the big one of the big learning lessons from the session, we hope, is just helping understand how your brain, like it's hardwired to run the show in a way that right, wrong, or indifferent isn't going to get you what you want. Right? What I tell people candidly is your brain is kind of hardwired to screw you. Like that's really what's going on. We laugh about it, but it's true.
Yeah.
And then it's the people going, oh, it's the people that go, I know I should do it. I know I'm supposed to do this. I know I'm supposed to do that. And I just don't do it. How come? And it's like, well, it's because your brain is hardwired to screw you. That's why. And so there's the good news is it doesn't take a massive shift, right? You don't have to like change everything. You can you find one tiny place to change, make one change at the right, we call it the winning edge theory. You make one change at the right time and it'll have a massive impact on the end result. It might be, making the decision to start your day with, it's going to be a great day. It might be, hey, I'm going to take a little bit closer look at what I say yes and no to, and what kind of bandwidth that opens me up for mentally, and it might be just getting focused a little bit more on yourself than somebody else. And that's 100% okay. But just what is that one tiny little change that we can help people identify that'll help have a massive impact on the end result, meaning, their life.
I think the thing that helped me the most was the visualization. I can't talk today. The whole WYSIWYG thing. And I think if you're a visual person, I think that helps you when you wake up and you see that image of yourself being successful or being, whatever it is that your goal is.
I'm curious, Rob, is it exhausting for you? I mean, are there days you have to give the talk? No, truthfully, I feel like I'm a very positive person, but I would imagine when you're giving these lectures on a regular basis that I also kind of feel the energy from other people. And if they're struggling, I would imagine that could put weight on you as well. Do you ever feel exhausted? And if you do, how do you recharge yourself from that?
That's a great question.
Big round of applause for the question.
Candy for her.
I think you just wrap up on that high note. Yeah, I mean, listen, we all get tired, man. My friend Kirk Barrett said this, and this is one of those, I wish it was my line. Part of the reason you're so tired is you give your best energy towards the people and the things that matter the least. And so it's interesting. I'm biased, right? And I'm hypersensitive to this kind of stuff because of what I do. And, it gets easier to identify when and where you're spending your best energy. When you're hyper focused on what's important to you, and people talk about this all the time. Find your why. What do you do? Why do you do what you do? That's you asked the question, how do you recharge yourself?
Right.
Like I'm hyper clear on what's important to me, and I'm crystal clear on why I do what I do, and I have that picture in my head. And so those times when I find myself tired, it's really easy to just take a deep breath and think back on those things that I've worked on and worked towards and are important to me. And that it's pretty funny. It sounds corny the first time you hear it, but it's really quick. It's really interesting to see how quickly you can change your energy level just by shifting your focus. And so, yeah, I mean, I get tired, but I also have done the things that keep me on top of my game as best I can. I talk to myself in a positive way. I set myself up for success. I mean, that's so many people I talk to, they're bogged down and stressed out, and then they just put themselves in that scenario to be bogged down and stressed out. And it's 9 times out of 10, it's a matter of just they don't have clarity on what they're working towards, and more importantly, why it's important to them.
I think one of the things too that I like to throw out there to everybody is that if you like what you do, whether like I love what I do for a living, I love life. So I think too, if you are in a situation where it's a little uniqua and you just keep that positive smile and spin, that helps. And then I also try to tell people that are negative Nellies or Debbie Downers, I call them, try to take one positive step. We all have different issues going on, personal problems, things relating in our life that just plain out stink. But you just have to get past it. So it could be an issue with a parental or your children or your job or all of it, but I think this is great. I love your energy, and I think that's great.
Yeah. I think we're going to have a lot of people wanting to know, again, if they're still able to register, So can you tell us a little bit, ladies, again, when the seminar is, how they can register, where they can sign up?
Okay, it's this Thursday, September 29th at Sand Creek Country Club from 10 until 2. Includes lunch and the workbook materials and the awesome Rob Spearsky.
Thank you so much.
Just call us.
AKA Iron Man.
AKA Iron Man. We love that.
Dude, you know what you need to do, and we could have Sanders set you up as you're coming out. We could have a little Sabbath behind you and be like, I am Iron Man. Dude, you should have like a theme.
Now, Rick, we want to keep people there the whole time. 30 seconds.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today and telling us. And,
Yeah.
it really is really cool, exciting. So,
Yeah, I want to
Thank you.
say
I'm
too-
fired up.
Yeah, and if anybody is listening now and they want to sign up, if you mention that you heard this on WIMS, we will give you the early registration rate, which has passed, but we will give you that if you mention that you heard us on WIMS.
That's
Big round of applause for the
fantastic.
Newland Chamber.
Yeah.
Just call us. It's 219-926-5513.
Rob, we are still looking for a presidential candidate. If you'd like to be one, we would be more than happy to vote for you.
Yeah, let me remember that thing about saying yes and no at the right
Oh,
time.
yeah.
But I'm flattered. I am very flattered. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
You've been awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Thank you guys. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank
You
you.
too.
Bye-bye.
Yep.
All right. That was
Oh, yeah.
awesome. He's a great guy.
I mean, honestly, I think that is proof right there, enough to trigger interest. How can you not want to go to that? I mean, I think that is, it's such a cool idea, such a cool concept. And, Rick and I have talked numerous times about studies, how your positive attitude impacts your everyday life and your quality of life, truthfully. But this is just at a whole different level of that. That's why I'm just fascinated by it.
Sanders fans are coming out of the woodwork. Multiple ladies.
Oh,
One says,
gosh.
this one says rare. Rare, R-E-A-R, like 6 R's, which would be rare, right? Rare?
Yeah.
I could see Sanders as the Hulk throwing people around like baseball.
I can see that
Everybody
too.
really
That's awesome.
That is
Yeah,
awesome.
the ladies
That's funny.
love them.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right, so we've got a few minutes here. Let's talk about some of the things that are going to be upcoming. To be a member of the chamber, obviously, is something we wanted to at least throw out there for a minute. So if you ladies want to expand on that a little bit, because it's really cool, and if you guys want to maybe tackle that, it'd be really good.
Sure.
I'll let you go for that.
Okay, if you would like to be a member and you would like some more information, we would love to set up an appointment to meet with you in person and kind of go over everything that we have to offer and kind of see, we like to meet in person to see what you need from us. So we can really customize, this is what you should really take advantage of, or this is the event you should be involved in and stuff like that. So we can set up an appointment with you if you call us 926-5513. And I think it's awesome. I think everyone should be members, don't you, Jennifer?
Heck yeah, why wouldn't you want to be? I mean, it's a total no-brainer. Yeah.
Okay, Corkscrew and Brew, a big
Yes.
event. Now, obviously, we're chatting about how to stay younger, longer, all that good stuff. But this sells out. This is a big event. It's a fundraiser, different types of things that go on. There's a lot of great programs in our community. Have you guys set a date for that
Yes,
yet?
we have. It's going to be March 18th, which is a Saturday, and it's the same time, which is 12 to 4. And it's going to be in Thomas Centennial Park again. We're hoping for a few more breweries to take place, and some of the old favorites that were there. This was our first year last year, or this year.
Yeah.
Seems like forever ago.
2016. What?
Yeah, it was. We'd never done anything like this before, and we're like, is this gonna work? You know how that is with your first time event. And so, we asked breweries, but we didn't really expand our reach very far because we were like, I think we planned it in like what, a month and a half or 2 months or something.
that. Really? Wow.
It was a little
So wow.
stressful.
Wow.
Yeah. So we didn't get a chance to reach a lot of people that this year. Some people have reached out and they're like, we want to be a part of it. So we're really excited for this year. We have more time to plan. We kind of a little bit know more what we're doing.
Yes, that's helpful.
Last time we sold out at 500 people. And this year we're hoping to, maybe go to 750, but we don't want it to be huge.
1,000.
That's Jennifer. She was my goal. I'm like, I want to keep it small. And Jennifer's like, let's
I don't
blow
want to
it
get
up.
them too crazy.
Lola, you could fit 1,000 people in that
easily.
area.
We
and
could.
Mary and her husband Jeremy would love to be there.
Yes.
Well, I'm curious to know about the fundraiser aspect. What is it a fundraiser for?
It's not.
Like-
It's for the park department.
Yeah,
Like, what do we do?
answer that question.
It's for the parks department,
Wow.
which, like I said, I mean,
Yeah.
Bruce over there is so awesome, and really, like, we'll be like, Bruce, can you come hang a sign in our building? And he'll come and do, like, he just helps us out I mean, we do Party in the Park, which is this huge event, and like Road to Life Church comes and sets up all these bounce houses, and he comes and he's there the whole day, and that's just on his free time. I mean, he just does it because he's a great person. He was named our Volunteer of the Year last year, your
Yes.
first year doing the State of the
Yes.
Chamber Awards. So we wanted to give back to him, and we wanted, honestly, I was like, what can we do to bring people downtown Chesterton in that slow time of year where the retailers are they've slowed down. And we're like, let's do a beer and wine festival. And of course, we had to include wine because our girl at Running Vines, Nikki, we wanted her there, and we love her wine. And for the short amount of time we had to put that together, we were so happy with how many people came out and the response we got. And again, we got to partner with a lot of businesses, and it was really nice.
Unbelievable live
That's
broadcast
fantastic.
too, especially getting down 2 and
Absolutely.
3.
I would say, by the end of it, I would
$6
imagine.
million radio man.
It was so much fun because we took pictures, but people, quite honestly, the families that were there and the people, the generation. So you had the 21 and up group mixed with their parentals, mixed with grandparents, and you saw like generations of people.
Yeah. Yep.
And just again, the community getting together, organizations, businesses that brought their groups, husbands and wives together and said, we're going to have this. And it's and I spin it on a Younger Life spin because that positive vibe of getting people together, having a great time. It's that good for morale boost,
right?
And it's very safe. And there's always a designated driver part to it. There's a lot of people that don't really partake in the event, but they love to go to it per se. You know what I mean?
Last year we partnered with Epic Limo, and they drove people home.
Yes.
So
That's
I'm sure
nice.
we'll
Oh,
do
people
that again
love
next
that.
year.
Yeah, they had the party buses, so people are leaving and they're like, "Woo!" getting on the bus, and they're going.
That's fun.
It was really fun. And then we had Jim Kristoff of State Farm. He sponsored the designated driver, where he gave free waters to everybody. That was because you can buy a designated driver ticket. And you still get the cool glass if you're a designated driver.
Heck
It was
yeah.
it was fun. We're
Look,
we're
if they're
excited.
looking forward
What
to
I
it.
know, I just wearing the
I
shorts,
know.
man.
Wear the shirt all year round.
Yeah, what a cool idea. A lot of fun and in a safe
Are
setting.
you and Jeremy up for it this year?
I think that would be a great time.
All right, good.
Yeah,
So we're-
definitely.
I mean,
Okay,
the
2
hard
tickets
part is that you
sold.
say
Bam.
during the day, because I'll be exhausted. I'll be out by the time the kids get off
We
the
have
bus.
a limo for you.
I know.
And a
For
babysitter.
sure. Well, my oldest is old enough to babysit. There we go.
Oh,
Good,
there you
because
go.
her
That's
and her
perfect.
husband are gonna
There
come
we
with.
go. That would be a great
We like her too.
yeah, that would be a great time. That's
Yeah.
really there really are so many events. I mean, each one of these events we could spend half the show just talking about that particular event because there are so many cool things you guys do. So for Thursday, one more time, I know, can we get the phone number again just for people that are interested in registering?
Got a few
for-
seconds left.
It's 219-926-5513.
Okay.
Give us a call.
Yep.
We got to give a couple of shout outs too before we leave. Finally, let's say hi to the ladies in the other chambers if you guys
Hi,
don't mind.
Nancy and Lisa. We'll see you Thursday. We
Also,
made
let's just say hi
it.
to, there you go, and Maura.
And
as
Maura.
well.
Hey, Maura.
I love you guys. Big round of applause for our ladies today.
Thank you so much.
Rob, thank you.
Yes.
Sandra's our executive producer. I'm Rick Federici.
I'm Mary Anthony.
And you
Thanks.
guys so totally enjoy your day. We've got a lot of great things. We've got a few seconds left. Later this week, let's tackle some of the big programs that we've got going
tomorrow
this week.
we're talking about Alzheimer's.
Yes, we are.
That's the little, not as much fun as this, but a very important topic. And we're also going to be talking to family advocates later this week and a whole bunch of stuff.
And next
talking
week,
to the health department,
we're gonna do
too.
pickleball. I got Sanders to play next
Yes,
week.
next week we're definitely going to play pickleball.
Pickleball.
Something we've never
Yeah,
played.
you guys want to play?
Pickleball. What is that?
Oh,
It's a new thing. It's like all the craze. It's really not that new. It's just crazy. It's just kind of a new craze. And so we're gonna try it.
Maybe we could do pickleball with a little punch. Get what I mean?
With a pickleball.
Then you're not on my team. Win, lose for sure. Save that for afterwards.
Be safe. Thank you to the LaPorte Hospital for being a great sponsor here locally. And we thank Sanders, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right.